Have you ever imagined what if something went wrong during takeoff? Can pilots abort? Exactly when? And how? Let's find out answers to all these questions. Hey there, this is Anuj Villani, BSc Aeronautical Science student. I'm here to talk about takeoff speeds today. V1, VR, V2. These three are the takeoff speeds. They play a major role during takeoff. This is the sequence they are always in. They apply no matter if you are in a Cessna or an Airbus A380. All the takeoff speeds are calculated prior to takeoff considering a variety of parameters such as aircraft configuration, thrust settings, flap settings, aircraft weight, aircraft braking systems, runway length, runway slope, and contamination of the runway. Let's look at them in closer detail. So, by the book, V1 is defined as a speed after which takeoff should no longer be aborted, meaning that before reaching V1 speed, you can abort the takeoff and come to a safe stop. V1 is known as the highest speed to abort takeoff. This is one of the reasons why captain keeps his hand on the throttle until the pilot monitoring calls out V1 and then takes his hand away from the throttle to inadvertently abort the takeoff after V1 in case of a failure. The next speed to call out is VR, the rotation speed. By the book, the definition is the speed at which the pilot begins to apply control inputs to cause the aircraft nose to pitch up, after which it will leave the ground. It is the point where the generated lift becomes higher than the weight of the aircraft. The easier way to memorize VR is the point at which the nose wheel leaves the ground and wingtip vortices are created which rotate behind the aircraft. The point where the main landing gear leaves the ground is where you have reached VLOF, lift off speed. The speed to call out is V2, the safety speed. By the book, V2 is defined as the speed at which the aircraft may safely climb with one engine inoperative. Go back to all engines operative. When you take off, if someone would measure your height from the ground, that height is known as screen height. Coming back to V2 and engine failure. If one engine fails, you need to maintain V2 in order to leave the runway and achieve a screen height of 35 feet or higher and maintain the climb rate in order to avoid obstacles in the departure sector. That's all for this video. Hope it helped you to gain knowledge and answer all your questions. This is Anuj Villani signing out. Stay safe.